the town to do that.
Uh, that's gonna be nasty. Like literally,
And
it's
I
gonna
I'm
be bad.
hearing I'm hearing like a lot of people are yeah, coming here to Ohio. Everyone's going to Niagara Falls. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah, like when I saw it the last time, like 7 years ago, and I drove like 11 hours to get there, but it was the traffic jam started at
Hmm.
like midnight. And so be careful, just,
I
yeah,
know. I think I put some more gas in my car. You're right.
yeah. And try to get like if you can see it from afar because you can see the shadow coming at you from
Sure.
like it's the weirdest yeah, it's the weirdest thing. I so wanted to go. It's like if anybody can see the eclipse, do it. Drive to it. Like it's
Hmm.
worth it.
Yep. So I will see it or experience it whether I want to or not. It's gonna be outside my window. So
Yeah, that's so cool. I'm so excited.
yeah.
And wear like if it's warm, take your jacket off.
Oh,
Like I was
does it get warm?
like you'll want to it gets cold. Like and that would be my biggest piece of
Okay.
advice is like I was telling you, it's not what you see, it's what you feel. Because your body will long before your eyes can perceive a difference, your body will start noticing the difference. The heat from the sun goes away. And it's the weirdest thing in the world because, like, all our life, you walk outside, the sun is warm, like, it heats your body. And for all
Yeah.
of a sudden, for it to be cold and the sun is shining on your body and there's no heat from it, it's the weirdest thing. And it gets really cold. Like, you'll want to put your jacket on, even if it's nice and warm. Like, when was the last eclipse? It was like the middle of summer or something. It was really, or
There
fall.
was, yeah, there was one last year, right? Like in certain parts of the country slash like South America, I heard.
Yeah, maybe this
Maybe.
kind like that you can see in totality is like
Or
unreal.
some,
I just remember
yeah.
7 years ago thinking I will be in Texas in April 2024. I will be there. And then, darn it. Uh
I guess I gotta
I
start planning for the next one in what 2030 or I don't know. I'm just making up a number.
oh, I think it's like many, many years. And then not all eclipses are the same. So it matters how long you're in totality for because some you're in the totality for like 30 seconds. Some I think there's one in Egypt where it's like 4 minutes. So
Wow.
you want to get like as much time as possible. But it like to me, eclipses like that is where religion came from. Like early man, you can't leave that without being like, holy moly, there's something like I am so small in this universe. I am
Right.
nothing. How about you, Scott? Are you gonna get the chance to see the eclipse this week?
Weather willing, yeah. About a month and a half ago, I ordered my eclipse glasses. Make sure that you only look up at the sun if you've got like OSHA, NASA rated eclipse glasses that block out 99.99% of the sunlight, or you will damage your retinas. But what I wanted to say was last year there was an annular eclipse, and that just means that the moon is a little closer to the earth. So it's not a total, so the moon doesn't cover the sun completely. So that's what was last year, and then in 2000, I believe 17, it was when Trump ended up looking up at the sun without without any filters or anything. That was the last total eclipse. But the next one isn't going to be in the lower 48 until 2044. So it's going to be another 20 years. But a solar eclipse happens on the Earth somewhere every 18 months. It's just that most of the Earth is covered in water. So the fact that it lines up with um, a landmass where there's lots of people, that's what is more rare.
Gosh, I wish that they could. I wish we could have an eclipse in Decentraland for those of us that can't be there, or have it like at a different time of the day, so we could all just experience it together. But
Should
I'm
I
not.
live stream it? Should I
Yeah,
take my phone and save it?
yeah. But I'm
You
not.
you got something there though, Canessa. I mean, if I think one thing that is more ubiquitous now than it was 7 years ago are the 360 cameras. So hopefully somebody will be recording, like the a minute or two before totality, and then it's like almost 5 minutes of totality if you're in the right place. And a little bit after that, it would be really cool to get like a 360 recording so that anybody could put on a set of VR goggles and experience it, at least visually. You wouldn't, like you said, Kanessa, you wouldn't experience the temperature drop or the other atmospheric changes, the wildlife changes. You wouldn't experience that, but you could at least get a similar visual experience. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that hopefully in the future we have the ability to make those kind of changes, like broadcast something there or make some kind of like corresponding event in Decentraland at the same time. I think that's kind of the purpose, that we could kind of celebrate together or like experience these things together. But I don't know, maybe celestial events like this are just best, like, just, as experience them in person if you're in the place where you can, or if not, then I don't know. It's just pretty special. So it'll be interesting to see how you guys respond to it. Like, obviously, I think like like it's
There's
cool.
just to get back to the like anybody else in the US to be able to experience it. There's a really good map. If you go to NASA website, I'm gonna call it up right now. But it's got the path of totality, and then it has these lines, basically gradient lines. And depending on where your city or where your location is from the path of totality, it has a percentage. And each line is like a 5% fall off. So where I'm going to be in Minnesota, basically St. Paul, Minnesota, it's going to have 75% totality. So it won't be a total eclipse, but it'll be really cool to watch. So just because you're not in the path of totality, it's still something that's really incredible to experience. So if you've got clear weather, I'd really encourage people to check it out. But I'm going to look up the URL for the map, so that you can figure it out for yourself.
Thank you. And another way to see like how far you are along in the eclipse is if you take a picture of it. At least this is what I did last time, and it worked for me. You take a picture of the sun, and it just looks like a bright blob, but there'll be this little lens flare. I don't know if all cameras have it or if it's just Apple, but off to the side there'll be this little spot of light that usually you get. And if you look at that little spot, you'll see the crescent. Like, it's just this weirdest thing. So I would take a picture and see how close we were to it, because that way you could see that like changing. For some reason, that picks up, like, I don't know exactly what like the amount of covering that there is, but yeah, highly suggest if you can get in your car and drive. The totality is 100% different than like the moment it goes, you're watching it and you're like, oh, this is cool, and then it goes into totality and you're like, oh, like, it's a different beast. So if you can get into totality, I would drive whatever you got to do. Like, I considered driving from Washington to Texas, but I don't think my car would survive. And thank you, everybody, for filling up the room. I see lots of friends. Kellyanne, 0x, Old Guy, Imagine to Create. Let's see. Fricky, good morning, good morning. Mies, KJ, Greensifer, Meadow Wolf, Zesty, Scat, Proteus. Welcome, everybody. Hope you had a good week. And of course, Sinful. How are you? Do you have your coffee hot and ready?
Hi. Yep, yes, I do. Just been enjoying the conversation, taking notes on eclipse and stuff, and yeah, I'm happy Scott brought up the Trump reference. Every time like ever since that, every time I think of an eclipse, I think of like this elderly man just looking up at the sky to see if he could go blind or not, just testing fate.
Okay. Is he rugging for anybody else, or is it just me again?
He's
You.
coming in pretty clear, but clipping out every now and then for me.
Yeah, I mean, this app is acting all weird for me today. Every time my phone like, goes on sleepy mode, it just like cuts out for everyone, or I can't hear everyone.
One other thing, if you can't get your hands on the special approved glasses, one of my favorite YouTubers, science YouTubers, her name is Dr. Becky. She's an astrophysicist in the UK, and she puts out like, I don't know, two science space videos a week. And she mentioned that if you just get a colander, like a spaghetti strainer, it has to be the one that's like metal with the little holes in it, not the one that's made out of wire. So you get the metal one with the holes in it, and just stand with your back facing to the sun, and then hold up the colander next to your head, and then look at the ground. Each one of those little holes will project. It'll be just like a pinhole camera. It will project the eclipse happening. So you'll see multiple tiny eclipse projections on the ground in front of you. And if you want to be really prepared, get a sheet of poster board or something like that. Put that on the ground so that the projected image will be up against something, really bright and white, so that you can see it. So it won't be like up against asphalt or grass or something like that. Hello?
We're here.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
It's just this moment of awkward silence is brought to you
Okay.
by Mariana's life coaching workout.
Financial group. I can't
Yes,
hear
and
simple. So
CPA. Yes.
yeah, we got to think of a good acronym like CPA. Like
F.
kick your assets into gear and make those dollars work for you as you sweat.
All right, you're onto something, Vanessa.
I have my moments. Okay, Scott, the colander. I mean, wow. Okay, that's cool. Maybe that's why it shows up on a little camera as like a little crescent moon or something. I thought you were gonna say like put it on my head or something, or look through it. And I was like,
I mean, you could wear it on your head if you wanted to.
I have
I'd
before,
love
like
to see
colanders.
that.
Yeah, actually, like I have a dress idea, a dress made entirely of like a colander. But anyway, we'll just keep it on the eclipse stock.
I mean, there's all kinds of things out there about like taking a cereal box and making a pinhole camera, but it's like the easiest thing is to just get yourself a colander and hold it over your shoulder so you can experience it and not be like out there and seeing everybody else with the glasses on looking up at the sun and then feeling left out. So no FOMO if you've got yourself a colander.
Is that the thing that drains stuff like rice and stuff?
Yeah,
Water.
like if you're gonna make pasta,
Okay,
you
yep.
put that in the sink. It's
The
the
strainer.
metal
Okay.
bowl with the handles on the side, and it's got all the little tiny holes in it. So you
Yep.
just
Yep.
hold that over your shoulder. That's a colander.
I call it the drainer, the water drainer.
I mean, that works too. The appropriate like kitchen tool term is colander.
We got Chef Scott here, educating.
Nobody's made a tin foil hat in Decentraland yet. I mean, there's the Hershey's Kiss one, but it's not quite the same as we really need a tin foil hat or a colander as a hat. Oh, Sin, I'm trying to let you up. It is being glitchy today. It is like not letting me bring you up. Let me keep working on this.
So if you go to the science.nasa.gov website, the eclipse thing that I posted below, there's like a picture of a map. If you click on that, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. There's like safety, where and when. If you click on the where and when, that shows the path of totality. And they've actually updated it since I've been here last. So you can just type in your zip code and it will tell you and give you little thumbnail images of what the eclipse will look like, in your zip code, and it'll give you times and stuff like that. So right as I'm in my fourth period at my school, that's when we're going to have the maximum coverage. And we, I brought my students out outside yesterday to practice with the glasses, just to make sure that they would follow directions and be like, okay, don't look up at the sun without the glasses. And of course, some of them did. I'm like, okay, well, if you can't do it now, you're not going to get to come out during the eclipse. I'm like, well, I don't want to come out. And I'm like, oh, okay, you say that now, but it's going to be really, really cool. So
have a really fun math assignment that day. Like, you guys get to do, quadratic equations or go look at the sun.
I was just like, where
Life
are you
is full of
going with this,
difficult
Vanessa?
decisions.
Fun and math. My students would never say that, but I get it that you're
Oh,
being
me
facetious.
neither. No, but I was always torturous. Like, I'll sing to you, or you can get your English out. It's your choice.
Oh,
You have the power.
okay. I like that.
You need more evil, Sky. You need more evil. there's no mercy in high school. They're not going to be merciful with you, so you can't show them mercy.
I don't know. I was pretty merciless on Friday. I don't raise my voice, and I actually screamed at my class on Friday. I don't feel very good about it, but yeah, maybe if I bring the little deviousness like you're suggesting out once in a while, then I won't get to that point ever. So I'll try that next time. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For my students, at least, I've been there too, and yeah, it's hard. And I try to just be honest about where we're all at, and we're human too. And yeah, so hopefully your kids figure out staring at the sun and everybody else as well, and has a safe eclipse. And just watch out for the traffic and fill up your vehicle with gas, because gas stations are going to be insane.
Yeah, I've noticed the prices have been going up around here because they know everyone's coming in and they need to capitalize on the opportunity. So, just saying, gas is expensive in Cleveland right now.
Can you charge anybody for parking in your driveway?
No, not for me, but I'm sure that businesses downtown will. It's coming.
Okay, sit. Oh, I can hear you. Hey.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
So what the whole parking thing just reminded me of this one time I went to it was the first Pro Bowl in Orlando. And so we were looking for parking and stuff, and there was absolutely no parking at all until we found this apartment complex. And I don't know if it was just some dude that lived there, or if it was the super, or someone in charge there, but they were charging $25 for people to park inside the apartment complex. And I took it. I was so scared I was gonna get towed though. But yeah, talk about sketchy parking.
That's funny. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what about parking in the city? That's insane.
I prefer not to. I made the mistake of driving at NFT Miami back in 2022. I think for future trips, I'm going to just get a hotel near all the events I want to go to. Because Miami, it's oh, it's a 5 minute drive, and then you're either driving or in an Uber for I don't know, an hour.
Oh yeah, and it depends on where you are, because I was at a conference in Texas, in Austin, years ago, and I'm from the north, so my body runs in 60-degree weather, and I step outside to do a 5-minute walk, and it's 90 degrees with 1,000% humidity, and I'm just vaporized on contact. I'm I cannot do Texas. I can't do heat. So yeah, you got a city different.
But yes, I think my mic is working fine now. Um, Happy to have you all here. Good to see everyone here. I see Dogman in here, so that put a smile on my face. Haven't seen him in a while. What up, 044? Greensifer, good to see you all. Zesty Beam. So, pertaining to the eclipse, have you guys seen the conspiracy nuts going wild over what the NASA director said? Um, I think he said something along the lines of like, oh, when the eclipse reaches totality, weird things start to happen, and then the conspiracy nuts just start to like go off like what's gonna happen instead of like just the regular stuff like crickets chirping, it getting cold.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure they're having a heyday with it. I'm sure their minds are going nuts.
Can't wait to see what actually happens. Maybe a demon portal opens or something.
Oh my gosh, boss level. Maybe maybe. Yep. You never know.
You never know. So, has anyone here been to NFT NYC? Would love to hear the experience and, hear about all the friends that you got to see IRL. So, yeah, if you were at NFT New York, like please request to come up and speak and, share your experience. Was the traffic as bad as Miami?
Probably 20 million times worse.
Question number
It'll
one.
probably, I mean, I wasn't there, but I'm going to assume it was 20 million times worse because it's New York City. But then again, people take subways everywhere, so. But yeah, I'm curious too.
Yeah, yep. Like I would like to think it was worse, but at the same time, it's like I know the cesspool that is Miami. I know those drivers. Those drivers don't know how to drive. They literally like hand out driver's licenses in Miami. If you could like say two words of English and like can steer the wheel or strong enough to steer the wheel. So yeah. But yeah, I want to give New York a little bit of credit and say that they may be more organized. I don't know. I was very young when last time I was in New York.
The events look pretty lit. Like, I feel like my whole feed was just like events. I'm like, oh, I wish I can go. But they did. The one thing about NFT in New York City, they did a bad job this year of planning when the event was. Like, there's a lot of people in finance, in crypto, and they decided to put it the week of March 31st close week. So I wasn't a fan of that. Or else I would have went. But yeah, just want to express that really quick. Not to put an event the first week of any month.
So obviously the planners were not financial savvy. I see.
Yeah, they weren't thinking about their
Well,
DeFi finance people that still have traditional corporate America accounting jobs.
Um, yeah, and yeah, the events really did like a lot of fun. I was yeah, my timeline was full of pictures. Happy to see like different people that I've met throughout the year meet other people that I've met throughout the year and kind of like connect. Like these events are actually really cool because I do feel like they push the crypto space forward, like from like whatever direction you may be going, like I feel like if you attend a NFT event, you kind of like stir up the pot a little bit and make new connections and reach people that from circles that you don't normally like or you can't normally reach. So yeah, I definitely need to get out there again. Maybe even I know I've been trying for the last 2 years, but I'm not quitting. Maybe even land on a stage and tell all those speakers to stop shilling their NFTs and actually talk about something of value. I will talk shit to the fellow speakers. I will. I promise. Maybe that's why they don't let me on.
Yeah, if anyone has like a list of upcoming events in, say, I don't know, June to September, let me know where I can find that list, because I'm kind of curious myself what the events for the rest of the year will be.
Are you talking
But
in world events or
I don't want
NFT?
so they
Like
could be both. If there's a conference streaming in Decentraland and who knows where, I will gladly attend that too.
because gaming month is in
Right.
June, and then I know about the IRL events. I think South by Southwest is that upcoming, and then I think I don't know anything else other than that.
I feel like that one already happened. The SWSX or whatever it's called. I think that one already happened like not too long ago.
Okay,
But
it's in Texas. I can't leave the north. I can't. I'll die if I go there.
yeah, and there might. I think some cities have their own little NFT events too. I just haven't looked up that list. But and then like as cool it would be to like go to Singapore and attend Token 2049 or whatever. I don't think that's gonna be probable this year, but it would be really cool to one day go to like the Middle East and like see kind of what their perspective is on blockchain and whatnot. So definitely high on my bucket list or goals in life maybe. But we'll start with the US.
Okay, so I looked up a list. It looks like the right after NFT NYC, there is a Paris Blockchain Week. So, Mariana, if you have your passport ready, you could always attend Paris Blockchain Week from the 8th to 12th of April in Paris, France. You can meet Buffalo. Shit, we got to tell Buffalo about that. Maybe you can talk to some French people and then we'll have an influx of French people in Decentraland. Blockchain Life 2024, April 15th through April 20 in Dubai. So, you can continue the use of that passport, Mariana. Hopefully you have enough pages.
I'm saving my pages for yes, I have them. See. So the company that did NFTLA last year, they switched their name to Outer Edge. They're actually having one in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. So I thought that was really cool. Didn't know, yeah, or I guess there's some presence there, but whoa, something just fell. But yeah, it would be really cool to like hit that up. But yeah, it's really cool to see or hear how Middle East is slowly, not even slowly, I'm sure they're pretty ahead as is, but yeah, would love to see that. See how they're advancing because they have so much money there. Like they can invest in anything. If they get a sense in blockchain and they can use it for whatever purpose in their economy, like I'm sure they're going to put all their investments to make it the best thing. So that's what I'm kind of curious to see, like how they will do all that. But yeah, if anyone wants to go to Saudi Arabia, it's in April 23rd to 25th.
If you throw enough oil money, you can do anything, Mariana.
Exactly.
I think I found one for Toxic Waifu. It's conference and the E between the F and the R is a 3. May 15th through and 16 in Germany. Dortmund, Germany. I hope I didn't butcher that. Oh, Mariana, here's one for us. Consensus by CoinDesk, May 29th through June 1st.
Ooh.
Nashville.
Nashville. You know what? That might be something that I could do actually. Hop off the flight from Argentina and go to Nashville.
Straight into Consensus.
But I do have a wedding shower on the 1st, so I don't think. But I that was always another one that I wanted to attend. I think they have a online presence one because like 2 years ago, DG was not giving out. They had a giveaway, and I think I won a Consensus CoinDesk online code thing. So I think that's one that I would actually recommend to attend, whether virtually or in person.
And Sin Toxic is asking again in chat, what is the conference called? Or do they have like a Twitter bio that you could pin up here?
Oh no, I have it on the screen playing, but there's really like there's no further info. Oh, I can click on it.
Click on
I'm
the link.
silly.
Definitely click on it.
It's clickable. Here you go, Toxic. I'm dropping it in the chat in world for you to look at. And I see we have a new speaker up here. Welcome, Freaky. How are you?
Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, thank you so much for having me, and I just love the vibe, man. So thank you. I just I was actually listening, so I don't want to take so much time, but I hear actually amazing host and the co-host and Maria and Scott and just amazing such of you are really cool guys. I just hear you mentioned Dortmund because actually I'm located in Finland, Helsinki, and it's in Europe, and I have been Germany many times. So I didn't catch because I thought I'm bragging or something, and also Kami, she mentioned Egypt. So I didn't really catch you. You mentioned these two countries. Sorry, Egypt as a country and Dortmund as such of a beautiful city in Germany. So I couldn't actually catch what happened, and I just love the vibe you try to build in communities. So it's like open conversation. You try to share the love and the support, and yeah. So hanging, it's a great weekend, guys. Much love, yeah.
Thank you, Freaky, for being here. And have you heard of our World Decentraland before or gone inside it?
Actually, I'm just trying to check everything here. I was actually interesting when you mentioned because actually I am into like more like art and culture, and as a founder also I have been building like really a nice a poor community actually full of amazing beautiful artists. Most of them are newbie and they looking for something. So I'm trying to share my humble experience and my humble journey as a quite old man, almost 45 years old, and located in Europe and been as an immigrant as well. So I've been meet such of amazing, wonderful people actually for the past almost 3 years, and such of genuine people, specialty from all over actually the world, specialty actually the American guys there, American folks, and actually to be honest, actually because I'm located as I said in Finland, I just feel somehow jealousy. So please don't laugh at me because you can actually be always in New York event and I couldn't actually make it this year, but I hope to make it actually next time. So it's because it's pretty cold over seas here. So in Scandinavia, and but absolutely can. So I will actually check it out, and of course, so much love, my dear. Thank you so much for having me.
Freaky, were you able to see the art week last week in Decentraland?
No, how I can see this?
So actually, they still have the exhibits open in the location in Decentraland. I think 6160. I made a post about it like maybe 2 days ago, and I kind of remember those chords. But yeah, there's like a whole plaza. It's like a 20 by 20 parcel plaza, maybe even more. I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. But yeah, there's like different cool art exhibits, experiences. Just takes logging in, and then once you log in, let me know and I can find the chords. But yeah, walking around and just experiencing the art. I really loved the galleries this year.
Yeah,
so definitely
it's
recommend
6161. You were correct.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, but guys, I'm so sorry. Can you please share a link or how I can find it? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry because I'm always actually into the art and the amazing talented people here. So please just share it in Jumbotron here so I can maybe click it and join or subscribe or something like this so I can find out what is going on.
Yeah, it's decentraland.org. I'm sure I or somebody will post it and pin it to to the jumbotron up here on the space, so you'll be able to get in. And even if you don't have like an Ethereum wallet, you can sign on with pretty much any social network account, like a Google account or X. It's just that when you log on that way, you're unable to receive any gifts, any wearables or emotes or anything like that. If you want anything that's more permanent, then you would need to go through another process to get like a crypto wallet. But just to come in and hang out and move around, you can pretty much sign on with anything.
Oh, that sounds cool. Really awesome. Thank you so much, Scott. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you, guys.
So on that note, for Art Week, because we've had like another week to kind of digest, and I've been seeing like the pictures come in for the main Decentraland account is having a contest, I believe it is. Is it a contest or is it just asking people to show 4 pictures from Art Week? So it's kind of neat to see the images come in, because like at the during the event, it feels, when there's an event or like a festival where you're in world so much, it's like it's a lot, like you kind of need some time to process, and then you see other people's pictures and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even get to that exhibit. Where were you? I thought I saw them all. So I just wonder, like, when we have these events, especially Art Week, because there's so much done with like 3D modeling and kind of, I don't know, I felt like a lot of these artists really pushed the boundaries of what you could do with some of the things in Decentraland. Like, I wonder how that will, translate to like further development. Like, I see builders here in the audience, and yeah, like, will it inspire people in their own builds? Will it kind of like, is it like a influx of new energy? Is it like taking a Red Bull for like our builder community? Like, oh my gosh, now I'm like stoked to build again. Because I mean, I am just by looking at everything. I just wonder everybody else's thoughts, if it triggers the same sort of emotion with anybody else.
It makes me want to learn more Blender potentially, or find someone who can help me build something that is 2% as cool as any of these galleries that we saw at Art Week. I'm like, oh, how did you guys do that? Like, I forgot how to pronounce their name, but it was like Archimol maybe. That build is so beautiful, just so like heavenly, I would almost say.
I want to say Archimedes.
Yeah, something like that. It was just so every aspect of it was so beautiful. I'm like, how can you build something like this? Like, can I have like 2% of this? But yeah, very inspiring for sure. Vanessa, we have to bring the drone pictures back up. Like, I think like a drone gallery is overdue, but I haven't taken any new drone photos since the last time, so.
That one was still one of my favorite.
Yes, staple. It was a staple event. I agree. Like, yeah, loved it.
And I don't know why. I mean, drones are awesome. Drone photography is awesome, but it felt more than that, because it wasn't just drone stuff. It was like, Zhenko with the shark. Well, just like swimming with sharks, like that's kind of amazing also. But it was neat to see, like, maybe because drones are such a unique way to look at the world, and then I got to look at your world, Mariana, through your eyes, like this drone.
It's just to see like all the talent in our community. Like it made me realize more people, not a lot, but more people had the same talent or interest in drone photography. And like, oh wow. So like when I like posted about it, like looking for people to post their galleries, I'm like, oh wow, like it made me realize like how many more people are doing this. And yeah, it just brought together like a little small niche of the community together and be able to like present their art. So I really like that a lot.
Yeah, it'd be cool even if it wasn't specific, if it was like anything, if people can share their own artwork. Like, Scott, you've been doing a lot of art. I know Zom's always doing art. Like, it'd be neat to have just what the community is doing, because it's overwhelming, or like it could be pretty intimidating to just be an artist who creates art for whatever reason, your own enjoyment, or like if you sell on Etsy or somewhere else, that's a whole different ballgame than like having a art show. Like that can be that would be pretty overwhelming. But like a community art show, I know we've talked about it before, and that would be really cool also to have. And why didn't we have that? That would have been cool at Art Week. Doggone it.
Yeah, there was like a screenshot gallery, which is the closest, but like again, that's more so just like your experiences in Decentraland. But it'd be cool, yeah, to your point, having if you make abstract art or AI art or whatever, pottery, I don't know. Yeah, that might have to be something that we think about in the future too. It's possible.
Yeah, definitely. Or we should go get out and do drone. We should like that should be our goal is to get out and do more drone photography, just because then you're getting out in the world doing stuff, and that's good and healthy. And on that note, I believe, a potential artist who came up, Zaz Gallery. I believe this is the first time we've had you up on our space. Good morning. How are you?
Hi everyone. Thank you for giving me your mic. How are you?
We are well. I'm well. I'm well, enjoying the conversation. And yeah, how about you?
I'm fine, thank you. And I listened to your.
Did we lose you, Zaz? I think I'm not sure if maybe the mute button. It doesn't show the speaker button is on, so I'm not sure if it's connectivity issues or something more.
I have so many rug, so listen to you.
Okay, that sounds good. Feel free to, if you think that you're not going to rug, put your hand up and we'll call on you again. And absolutely, anybody that has questions or anything, you're welcome to come up and speak. This is a community space. We were talking about Art Week, and that kind of brought me, and we were talking about having a community art show and other happenings. And I know that I believe I missed some of the conversation last week for Sin. Did you guys talk a little bit about like what is happening for Pride Week this year, and or the lack thereof, like a community created event? Because I know that one of one of our friends from the community asked that we mentioned that today, and definitely want to bring that up into the conversation.
Yep. I guess to this point, Kim did confirm in the CBD Discord that they're not hosting an official Pride Week event, but they are more than happy to support in any way that they can for a like community Pride event, community organized Pride event. So yeah, and anyone that like wants to work towards that and like be a part of it, like definitely would be a good idea to start getting together. I know I've been saying I want to do a town hall soon. I'm so I'll probably have to like get that together, and then from there we could probably like group up into teams.
Let's see, Mariana or Scott, did you hear Sin? I could see his mic go off, but I cannot hear him again. I gotta love spaces today. Spaces are being so
Yeah, I
fun.
heard him. And he's talking about basically hosting a town hall on CBD to just have everybody in the community that wants to do anything for Pride this year to just to get together and organize something. And while Decentraland Foundation isn't organizing any tentpole events, Kim Courier has posted in CBD that um, they are willing to support any community led events. So it's been a while since we've had a town hall in the CBD Discord. So that would be something to I guess get started on, since we're already in April, and and it's what is it? 2 months away, yeah, or less. So that's I think that's pretty much the long and the short of what Sinful was saying.
Copy that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think we need it for multitude of reasons. Would be good idea.
Has anyone ever seen cherry blossoms in Decentraland? Asking for a friend.
Yeah, actually, the Meta Tokyo little side thing for Metaverse Fashion Week, that actually SRJH and CK had a little one by for CK's. I think they were called Meta Waves nails, and yeah, it was actually raining cherry blossoms, and then in one of the plazas, it was Asian Plaza. It's no longer like deployed right now because all of the festivals are being deployed on the different plazas. So I forget which one it was that was the Asian Plaza, but they had like a giant cherry blossom tree. Although it was pink, right? But the cherry blossom tree that CK and SRJH had looked like a cherry blossom tree, and it actually rained little cherry blossom petals. And then I think in Tamanoya, in the lobby, there's a giant cherry blossom tree also.
Yeah, I'm just like imagining like this really cool like cherry blossom field. I'm actually like I'm going or I'm about to be driving down to Columbus for a cherry blossom festival, so wanted to do like a comparison thing. But yeah, love cherry blossoms. So yeah, I'll have to find those spots. I know I see the one in Tamanoya, but yeah, I'll have to find the ones in the Meta Tokyo area if they still exist.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still there, but I mean, Idolina had a build there, and Super Nina had a build there. Super Nina's build was right across the street from CK's and Josh's. Um, and it may have just been a temporary deployment just for Metaverse Fashion Week, but you never know in Decentraland. Like there's some stuff that's been up. Uh, let's see, DG actually cut out the cherry blossom tree a few months ago. Oh, okay. I'm just reading what Zesty's telling me. What's that?
How dare they?
I know. So I'll go back through ABC's. We got a whole spreadsheet of places that we've been for cherry blossoms and for Meta Tokyo. Like I don't even remember uh, the coordinates for it, but I'm sure I could find it and then pop over there. So I'll let you know in just a minute or two.
Yeah, no worries. I know, well, with the new or fairly recently new, like the places, like I love how you can like search for things. So as long as people's scenes are related to that keyword, you can pretty much find any parcel. Like sometimes I'll like type in desert or whatever, ocean, and I'm kind of curious just to see what will pop up, you know. But if the name of the scene is test 2 and there's like this nice whatever cherry blossom field, like I'll never find that because it's called test 2. So like maybe that's like more for people when they when more people like deploy their scenes, maybe they need to be more they gotta use more SEO because now SEO exists in the places search feature thing. Because even like Simple and I, we were like exploring like parcels maybe like a few nights ago or like last week or something, and we saw like the coolest builds ever. Um, but they were called like test something or something that wasn't even like related to what it was, and like we had to like save the name or take a screenshot of like the coordinates because I'm like I will never be able to find this because this company decided not to use their company name in the scene description. So yeah, be mindful of what you guys name your scenes. Is the
No,
last.
it's a really good point, Mariana. And one of the things that I mentioned to the people at the foundation, like when it was in Miami in 2022 was, you know, when you used to post links to Decentraland, it was that same old default thumbnail. And I'm like, why can't, if I put a deep link to a parcel in Decentraland, why can't it be the thumbnail that's, you know, that's listed, that, you know, put that metadata on X or Instagram or whatever. But it's yeah, it's one of those things, like, if you're building a website, you know, do you put the metadata in there? Do you put the alt data and the in descriptions of the images? Because you know, not everybody is similarly abled. Um, and you know, when people are trying to, you know, that might be visually impaired, they're trying to look at images. If there's no description there, then they're not going to be able to appreciate that added bit of media that you put in there. So like you know, I don't know how much can be parsed into metadata, but like just creating a scene in Decentraland and, you know, naming it GLB dot, you know, 526 whatever dot GLTF or whatever isn't very descriptive. So I think it's a really good idea to be somewhat organized, but you and I are very similarly minded in terms of having that organization, and not all of creatives are like that, and they just want to get the scene created and figure it out later. But I think that's a very good point. Also, I found it. It was called Meta Tokyo Creator Street. It was -139 -8, and I'm about to jump there right now.
Can you repeat those coordinates?
Yeah, -139 -8, and I just put it in the chat in World, and it
For
looks like it's gone.
dang it!
Yeah.
How dare
So
they?
I honestly, unless there's something that I don't know about, like the Zesty told me the one in Tamanoya is gone. The one on Creator Street in Meta Tokyo, that's gone. Although this is a really cool looking build. I think I'll put this on my spreadsheet for ABCs. And then yeah, the Asian Plaza is gone. So unless somebody knows of a different one, I don't think there are any cherry blossoms. I'm sorry, Mariana. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Gosh, Scott, it's all your fault.
So
Um,
I think what everybody needs to do is they need to put on their flower crown so Mariana can see more flowers in
yes,
Decentraland.
yes, please. Yeah, you know what? Actually, Exodus, they have, I think they're called wisterias. Like they're not cherry blossoms, but they're still pretty. They're pretty wisteria trees. So I might just have to resort to my wisterias instead of cherry blossoms. How will I live? But maybe that's a sign that we need more flowers in the Decentraland. I mean, it is springtime. Like maybe we should start planting. We should start like a plant movement. Plant a seed in the Decentraland.
Well, KJ has the um, what is it? The boots that leave hearts, and then she's also got
Oh yeah, she has the growing
mhm,
tulips.
the
Maybe they're tulips.
yeah, I don't know. It's some sort of plant.
Yeah, I love that one.
For the I think it was for Decentraland's birthday, she had a special build, and that emote 2.0 was one of the prizes that you could win, where you would plant flowers. Yeah, and I think there are tulips.
Yeah, that was such a fun experience. I really love that one.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we need to get some gardening glove wearables. Oh, Canessa's like, yes, yes. Oh, and then that would be good for BP Prawn. Because like that's like a planting game. Yeah, yeah. I can go to BP Prawn.
Yeah, don't they have some, or like they
Do
have
they?
some garden? Maybe not gardening gloves. Well, we have like the Doki Dirty Hands. That because usually, like, I mean, let's face it, we bring our garden gloves outside, use them for 10 minutes, take them off, and then forget where they are. And
Yeah.
the rest of the time, we're like
They go to the
in the dirt.
garage or shed, and you lose them. You never see them again.
There was somebody that was doing something with flowers. I want to say like maybe for Fashion Week 2023, like early last year. And it was like a
Oh,
NFT. They had a
I
personal
know who you're
brand.
talking about. I just don't remember their name.
Yeah. And they were selling like NFTs of flowers. That was their thing. And then Seafoam.
Seafoam, that's who I'm
Seafoam
thinking of.
did
The
an.
build. I
Oh,
wonder if they
yeah.
have
This
the
was a
build.
different one than
Is that
Seafoam. But
build still up?
it is. I don't believe it is because I think they rented it. They were renting it for a very reasonable price. And the last time I went through, they did not renew their lease. So the build might be up, but I think that it was up for new rent.
Seafoam was
Let me
at
look.
minus 70, so minus 70, comma 12.
Also, there's a possibility. Are you referring to a Zeal, Canessa?
I don't know. That name doesn't sound familiar. It was
Okay.
like a out of Japan.
Oh, not sure. I remember a Zeal, like he like opened a flower shop like across Dollhouse. Of course, this was like a while back.
Oh, I do not remember that. This one was out in the middle of nowhere, and I think the only reason I found it is because they were really active for like a short period of time, like around Fashion Week or something. And I think they had they maybe had a flower wearable or something. I don't know. And then they left.
Yeah, Seafoam Garden. It's an empty under
Oh, my
construction
mind.
with giant red cubes that are dropping from the sky. So it's not here anymore.
Aw. Oh, and by the way, Scott, I don't think Canessa can hear you.
Oh.
Just
Okay, well, I guess that's better than.
Yeah, I cannot, Scott. I'm sorry. So if I'm ignoring you, it's not on purpose.
No, that's okay. I guess I'll leave and come back and try that out. But I guess it's better that you can hear Sinful and not me. So.
yeah, turn off the phone, turn it back. Started optimizing again, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe now we're better.
I think it's prepping me for old age. It's gonna be like, oh, grandma can't hear you again. Just walk out. Just walk outside and walk in, and then she'll pretend like it's her old Twitter space, and she'll pretend like she can hear you.
I'm like thinking of like those cones or whatever, usually they're like I've seen them in forms of like Viking horns, where like the old person will just stick it in their ear and be like, "What you say?"
Okay, that's literally how I feel this Twitter space, because I have lost sound on pretty much everybody except Mariana. Now I jinxed it. So, but it is nice also to, we complain about the performance of our beloved platform, but it is kind of nice to go other places like this that has nothing to do with Decentraland and be like, oh yeah, tech just kind of sucks everywhere you go. So, shush. I don't know, or me. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's.
So, Canessa, I think in the comments I saw that you posted or repost of like, I'm not seeing it now. It was like a repost for like Game DAO or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I think because I was at GDC and followed a lot of people, like now my feed is all these awesome like Web3 gamers. But yeah, that was from yesterday. I think they just, there's like this one guy that posts every day, Web3 gaming is inevitable. So I think every day I'm just going to repost his Web3 gaming is inevitable. But yeah, did you have a specific question about that one?
Are they legit? Or will they drain my wallet if I talk to them?
Gosh, I would. Bro, I might drain your wallet, man. Don't trust me. Like, I don't know. I can't vouch for anybody in Web3. What caught my eye with that one is just that, like, I think that gaming, Web3 gaming, will be the gateway to like onboarding the masses. And so my just the thing that hit me there is that that's always been the case. Like, we just didn't see it. We just maybe thought we saw it, but we just didn't see it enough. That is like the number one place for utility for onboarding the masses. Don't get me started, man. You're doing that on purpose. You're getting me started. Then I'm just gonna monologue about Web3 gaming because I bought
I know
expensive things
nothing.
because I bought like expensive assets in Webkins 15 years ago. So you're triggering me.
I know nothing of these games. Web3? What?
Sinful is a robot for me. Anyone else?
He's a robot for me too. We lost you. Everything you just probably had the most profound bit financial advice right there, and it just lost it.
God, I hate Twitter.
But you have Mariana and I here to laugh at you about it, so at least we're not alone.
What's Web?
I hate Twitter.
That's what Simple said. We will be your translator, Simple.
We need a new platform to host these spaces on. I don't know, maybe a decentralized platform with a 3D world that could have, groups and spaces if they. No, I'm gonna be nice. I'll just mute my mic from here.
Do you have my?
I know where you're going with this. Yep, no comment. But on the subject of gaming, oh my gosh, yes, I think that we're just scratching the surface. My eyes have been awakened, and so that is one thing that, like, I know I made a PSA that everybody should come to the all hands meeting, but they did publish the new calendar for the year, which I don't think had many changes except that June they're going to do something. It's gaming month, and so I'm guessing that there's going to be like a game jam hackathon. That would be my guess. And I believe it. Well, have they announced it? I don't know.
No.
I think they have. Like, there's going to be a group.
No, I don't think the game jam official details came out, but at least we know it's on the calendar.
Yeah, so maybe find your friends, find your peeps, start thinking about a game, and I don't know, that'd be cool if there is. I liked seeing, like, what was it, SRJH and Hayabusa last year came together and created something. So I don't know, that would be awesome to see. I think we need more of that, but I think also what we need is more people coming together. And I'm gonna monologue here, like, and maybe people will be like, no, that's not good, but like, we need to have people with that kind of talent or that kind of like ability to create games, because I can't do that. Like, I'm not there yet, maybe someday, but like, come together almost like and work on one project. I'm just thinking, like, how do indie studios do it? How do big studios do it? And they don't do like 2-person teams working in isolation. They have many teams working on one big picture project. And so I almost wish that we had that here. Like, maybe we would be stronger if we did that. If we, instead of creating, like a little wearable dispenser that can be used once over here, and then in order to do that tech, somebody has to reprogram it to use it over on a completely isolated project. And I know that's why we have the GitHub, and we have access to those files there. And I think it makes a really important case as to why we need things to be open sourced as well. But anyway, I don't know. I would love to see more of that. I think it would make us stronger. But at the same time, maybe there's downsides that I don't see.
So I'm just gonna throw it out there. I've been reawakened and ended up on Roblox yesterday. I think there's a lot that Decentraland can learn from Roblox. And then like pertaining to like a game jam stuff like that, like I feel like no one's taken advantage of this, of like, well, except for I guess Roomway, but like kind of creating a game that is not endless clicking. Like click here, click there, get a material, click over here for whatever. Like something. What was it? I played a game that was like kind of like you're in like a slip and slide or whatever. It was like from a Soundwave world. You're like in a slip and slide, and you're just like sliding down this slip and slide, collecting these sound notes and stuff like that, going side to side. Or I mean, like there's even the possibility of making like or well, it's already made. It was a game jam submission by Dogman and Art Treyu, which was called I think it was like called Flappy Cats, which like I mean when I do know that a lot of friends couldn't play it because you know at the time the platform was broken, but when it did work, it was actually fun. It was like its own version of like Flappy Birds. So I've been awakened, Canessa. No more clicky games.
Okay, are you gonna make a game or
No,
consult to
no,
work with a team that could
no.
bring it to fruition?
I'm just like no all around all across the board here. Uh,
You're just Q&A. You just play the game.
yeah, yep. I'm just I just work here. But but then there was also like games that I think this one was also submitted in last year's Game Jam. Ah, fuck, what was it called? It was Ninja. Was it Ninja? It was like a game where you needed to get a ball. Like there's like a ball. It looked like a pinball, and it was like on a surface with no edges. So like you kind of had to like navigate yourself through the surface and then kind of like shoot to the next surface to get your pinball up there. Don't know what it's called. I'm very sad. But it was like it was made by Tensai, I believe was his name. That's that dude. Very talented people.
Well, if there's anything with the word ninja in the title, I probably am already out because like parkour and me, it just doesn't, Mariana and I were gonna make like a parkour where you have to step from like the road up to the sidewalk and then jump over the manhole and then like boom, you get like a wearable because you're fucking beast.
Can you make it like an experience? It's like you jump in the hole and it's pitch blackness, and then you like emerge from the darkness. There is a light in the distance, and you run towards the light. Then you get free wearable.
Yeah, we can do that.
No, first thing you have to do 2 burpees to activate the next level. So
It would be like being born.
Yeah. 2 burpees, check your FICA score.
do a math equation 1 + 1. Proceed to wearable dispenser.
That would actually be kind of like a well, not the 1 + 1 question, but like in a way, kind of like a quest with like different Decentraland trivia that like kind of took you around, and it's like as you answer these questions right or complete the quiz or whatever, you receive a wearable and on to the next quest mission, whatever.
Gosh, yes, that would be cool.
They're doing that in I'm really horrible with names. And the biggest scenes, when I got the pickaxe and then the sun staff. I just can't believe I can't think of the name yet. You know that scene, right?
Well, Wonder Mine, I'm thinking with the pickaxe.
No, no. And then you can plant flower, some kind of
BP prawn.
Say again?
BP prawn.
No.
Or butterfly prawn.
No, not that one either. You also can create soul magic. There you go. Jesus. In soul magic, you have this university final thing that you have that actually has trivia, Decentraland trivia in it, and isn't that where you get the sun staff from? If you pass that,
Yep.
yeah. So they have that there, and then there's also the mini golf that you're not talking about that uses a lot of the dynamics. Unity engine, gravity dynamics and everything. So there's already stuff in there. And then the flame tunnel that I have is a part of something I already had implemented in a the Quest device, actual 3D flight tunnel, which I really ought to finish and try to publish and everything. But yeah, I've been trying to see how possible it might be to have that in Decentraland, so that flame tunnel. So. Part of the prototyping in that respect. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of potential in the physics engine of Unity.
I think we also just need to like break down all of the pieces that a game company has putting into a good game, like the game dynamics. There's like, I mean, when I think of a gaming company, the first thing I think is like coders that are doing all the really hard stuff that I don't understand. And that's like 99.999% of the workload. But really, there's so much more that
Oh
goes
yeah,
into it. There's the program developers, there's I mean, the overall aesthetic, the gamification, like what is the story, the plot, the storyline,
gameplay even.
and then all of the modeling, the environment scenes. Like, I mean, at GDC, I met people that like they were just like, oh, I just do environments. Like that's all they do. They don't do character development. They don't do coding. They don't do 3D modeling. Like all they do is, or they do 3D modeling. But really looking at that and like breaking down. I don't know. I wish there was. Like I think that that's what we need maybe more of if we're going to have games that really pull people in and like do not let them leave.
It's all there already.
There's the
you have what you need. All you need is to make game developers realize that. There's this a game. Is it a game week coming up with or
sometime in June. I think it's like
right.
a 2-3 week contest, maybe even a
So
month.
like the Mesh Fair, I don't know if it was properly advertised towards Blender experts and everything. That's really ultimately what you want to get in, and so there's this game event. You really want to make sure that all sorts of social platforms which game creators follow get notified of this, because the tools are here. The tools are here to actually make nice gaming experiences. It's just they're clunky, so you kind of do need some kind of professional software engineer in the team to deal with it all. But the tools are otherwise all here to actually create games like the Meta Knight and Ratscape. It's just a matter of advertising things properly. Like this proposal for funding for SDK support team. I myself I was planning on postulating on it. I'm not sure exactly. That was it only open for 4 days something, the bidding. I looked at the page and tried to figure out how exactly to bid, and like I said, bidding opens and bidding closes, and it was a little confusing. So all this kind of stuff, like it's the converting from SDK 6 to 7 is really trivial for a professional software engineer. This is what you want to look for. You want to look for people who can just do this stuff in their sleep. It's stuff that I like really. It's a puzzle that I don't have to concentrate on, like how it's working on the SDK 6, how to translate stuff to make it work in SDK 7. It's just mechanical. There's really no like I don't need to coordinate my rational my human part and my more feral artistic part in order to see the deep math and everything that is necessary for me to actually do more complex software engineering and everything. But translating from SDK6 to x87 is really straightforward. I don't need to concentrate that much for that. So it's stuff like that. It's just the tools are here to get really nice game experiences in Decentraland. It's just not it's just
I wonder
I don't know. It's just
like if you're programming for yourself on your own project, your own goal, your own, like you've got your mindset, you know where you're going, you've got your roadmap in your head or wherever, that is much different than a team of people who have, the character artist over here creating the characters, rigging the characters, somebody else over here creating the scene, somebody else working on the behavioral, aspects of the gamification, and then they come to the developer and they're like, actually we need this code to do something different, we need you to go left when you hit this button. Like, so I think that piece also is when you have an entire team working together and everybody is coming at it with their own mindset. Like the artistic person is going to be very like right brained, like, ooh, we're going to make it beautiful and that blue is going to pop in the sky. That's a totally different mindset and a totally different skill set than a dev over here that's like, I've got C/ semicolon P space, and like the latency is kicking in. Like I don't even know your language, it's a different language. But to have all of those people come together and work cohesively on one thing, that has got to be a nightmare. So I think that right there is like really a huge part of what we're working against is having these game engines. Like, I mean, Mojang Studio, Epic, like they've got tons of people. Like, that actually is a detriment, also having huge teams. But they have teams of people who work together and project managers who bring those genius minds together and help them come to like a final outcome. So I feel like that is one place where without that kind of personnel that can make that happen, I don't know, I would love to hear from, I know we had some game designers in the audience, they might have left, but that seems like a huge hurdle that we as small studios are trying to find a way to overcome and make cool games without the high level personnel that some of these big studios would have.
Well, some of these companies, they also probably have their own education or repository of resources to distribute around their company. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we have the same thing with like the Awesome Repository, but they have Awesome Repository times 1,000. You know what I mean? So like anyone could look up game development theory or whatever, designs. I don't even know what the technical term is called, but at least we have the Awesome Repo. But I feel like the education resource management could be maybe better to draw those people in and be able to like reference to.
I guess it's ultimately all about the money making. Those teams ultimately are part of companies that are ultimately having shareholders that ultimately want to see return on their investments and everything, and it's not entirely clear how to make I guess money from this open source environment, which is Decentraland. If you publish your work on here, it pretty much becomes open source. So well, I don't know if it can say it pretty much becomes open source, but it pretty much becomes free for anyone to see how you did it and everything. So it's not that easy to see how to actually make money off of this. And this is ultimately, I think, the thing. It's like those teams, money makes the world go round, basically. Profit rules it. And, there are ways. There definitely are ways of. I mean, Web3 is something that already has, and it's going to keep upsetting the industries currently in place. But like, how exactly to use this new kind of ore in the best way is still, I guess, an open question. But there's definitely ways, and there's definitely once when like those events where there are rewards awarded to the scene creators. That's a good way to a good way, I think. It's yeah. I mean that's if the basic theory is that money makes the world go round, then that's ultimately the forces to keep setting in motion, I guess.
Well, and I think it's an identity. It's a matter. It's we are in an identity crisis because people have never done this before. They've never made an open, transversable world that you can just walk from parcel to parcel, create your own experience, and have the power of the DAO behind you to fund your studio in house. That's this is new, and so why I'm here might be very, very different than why the next person's here, because maybe they're looking to create an indie studio where they gamify and monetize their game. And maybe I'm not. And so I think that like to bring it back into the DAO, like we have a huge hurdle. It is our Achilles heel, like that which makes us different, the open source nature also binds us. And how do we become sustainable in 6 to 7 years? And maybe we can't. Maybe we can't. So we have to address that. How do games become like monetize? I mean, we're not going to be Fortnite, we're not going to be Roblox. We're just not. Like that's not. So I don't see us competing with them because we're just a different beast. We happen to be in the same, vicinity, like we all are on digital landscape. But if we just keep comparing ourselves, we're not going to get there. So we have to look at what do we do differently? Like we can own our own assets.
Yeah.
But can a game create a game? Can they get a DAO grant, create a game, and be self-sustaining in 6 months to a year? I haven't seen it yet. Like we're not there yet.
I guess it depends on what you mean by self-sustaining. So how do free games do it nowadays? Like there are those that don't rely on advertisement. They have incentives. Package. How do you call it? Package deal. Package incentives. Basically, you can purchase a leg up. Basically, you can get a leg up on the competition just simply by purchasing it. The games that manage to do that without it being unfair, without giving an unfair advantage to those who can pay, end up, I think, managing to stay in balance and not have the experience become unpleasant for those who go the free to play route. And so that seems to be a business model that is sustainable. So and definitely with the NFT being rewards, that definitely trigger the scavenger instinct. There's a strong strength there.
It does for me. It does for me, definitely. I would say sustainable is having we all have to eat food at the end of the day. As much as I wish I could eat NFTs, we need to keep the lights on. So that to me would be self-sustaining, is that you have enough money to pay developers to continue to maintain the game. And God forbid they have a little extra to, go do something else at the end of the month, because that's what people need to live. And I don't know how any DCL game will get to that point. So then, and that's okay, but then we need to redefine, what are we trying to do here? Are we just not Decentraland's a nonprofit. Are we just kind people that are creating these games because we want the metaverse to succeed? Because we need to eat at the end of the day. We need to be able to pay our bills.
So this is what I wonder, like the butterfly Christmas event, for example. How many people actually bought credits to be able to go higher in the scoreboard at the end? I mean, people do that in other games that I've seen, so I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I would be definitely interested in seeing kind of statistics for that, or even like in the meteor mining scene. You can also get more mining by purchasing it. directly with mine. I know
I
that.
can
So
tell you,
yeah.
I'm probably one of the few people that did buy the the coins in Wondermine
Right.
because they're on Ethereum, so you have to pay. Like, I don't even want to look at my gas charges. Like, that was not financial advice.
But the thing is, it
But the
works.
machine's kind of broke most of the time anyway. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
If the
Like,
game
I
is
had to
broken, that's a
put in
different
a
different
ticket.
matter. But the point is that it works. You actually
No,
did.
the machine was I don't know. Like, it if it was in Polygon, that'd be a whole different story. And I didn't even get my coins, so I'd like put out a help desk ticket, and I mean that was in
So
crazy bull run times. So,
that really is.
but it's got to be easy and cheap, or people aren't going to do it. Like, okay, so like yesterday I was at Target, and this lady was trying to find a gift card for Roblox for $25 because all she could find is $100 gift cards for Roblox. So then I like showed her over here. Okay, like here you go. These are the cheaper ones. But I'm thinking in my head, oh my God, $100 in Roblox. Oh my gosh, this is just at Target. And I know if I go to Fred Meyer or Safeway or any store, it's not just about desire to spend money, it's about access. It is so easy to find those gift cards for Roblox, and V-Bucks and PlayStation. Like, that is another part, is like it's just so easy to get the funds.
So
So until crypto is that easy, it's also just going to be a challenge to be like widespread adopted.
why not do the same here then?
Why not do the same
Yeah, that's
here?
a,
Because I don't. Yeah, but I mean, how? Like,
well,
I don't
exactly
see
how. I mean, this is the
Decentraland
point. This is the
being at
point. You
the.
look at what others do, and that works, and then you try to figure out how it might work here. Like the problem you raised, that it's you had issues, you had to claim a ticket and all that. That's really a totally separate issue. Decentraland still, I mean, the Decentraland clients, plural. The web and desktop and all that still have a number of issues, which indeed are like something that needs to be addressed. But that's really a separate issue. Then it's a different question than how do you make money of this kind of stuff, assuming and it works the way it works. Like you actually did. You say you were probably one of the few who did it, but that's actually an assumption that may not be true, and it may actually be sustainable.
True. I don't know. I mean, I was buying uh, Wondermine coins in November of 2021 for gross amounts. So I don't know if anybody else is as stupid as me.
Yeah,
But hey, I got the wearable, so that's
I
not
got the hat
financial
too.
advice.
Well, and no, I mean it's not like the question is how do we get people to want to enjoy spending money on their game experience? This is not a matter of financial advice. It's really how do you? I mean, you bought coins. I don't think it was necessarily for an investment. It was because you wanted to actually use them in the game. It's not a matter of financial advice or not. It's really just I don't know. I don't know what.
Proteus. So
Yes.
I actually contacted a company that makes like those scratch whatever code game cards. Um, Ever since there's been a CBD space, I've been on here mentioning the idea every now and then, and I've talked to Madamus about this for DCL gift cards, like actual physical gift cards. So like at the next conference, you
Hmm.
just hand out a gift card, and I'm there's actually a new ERC standard that I think is, what will work. What I was originally thinking of doing is just having, an NFT with hidden revealable content, and then on that would be the seed phrase for the wallet that has preloaded, mana or even some wearables. But there's something called an ERC 6551, which is called a token bound account. It's basically an NFT that is a crypto wallet. So you can load it up with other NFTs. It's an NFT that holds NFTs. Um, so having something like that, and then linking it to, uh, some code, some redeemable code on a card, I think it would be, you know, very well received, right? Because people are used to gift cards, used to physical gift cards.
Right.
Um, I still give these to my students as incentives, and I buy them at Target, but I needed to get some fast this last week, so I bought them on Amazon, and it's just a code that they have to enter, and then they get another. It's about as complicated as a Web3 crypto wallet um, claim. Um, but I think people are becoming more used to it. And I think, yeah, I've always thought that it would be a great way, a great entry point for people in traditional gaming to come into Decentraland. That's part of the reason why I've been gathering all of the extra wearables or whatever through Giving Tree. That's part of the original concept of CBD, which was to welcome new users. I think we had the what was it the buddy Canessa help me out, what the buddy finder or whatever, that was one of the original.
Yeah, kind
Yeah,
of.
buddy finder concept for CBD, where if somebody was new to Decentraland, they were like, "Hey, help!" and then it would just summon anybody who was in Decentraland that had volunteered to be a buddy. Somebody could just say, "I need help," and then you'd be summoned to their location. And as like Sinful does, he could just be there to help the person. So I guess those are two completely different things, but um, that's that's been part of CBD since its inception. I think what Canessa is getting at though is like having these ideas is one thing. The idea has been around for quite a while, and probably even before we came up with the idea. It's just taking that concept to completion has always been the hurdle. Um, and yeah, again, it's part of the reason why CBD was founded, so we can connect those people with those ideas that need like resources, and people with resources that are just looking for a good idea to put on their estate or property, to hopefully connect those people together and propel Decentraland farther.
Yeah, there are definitely ways.
Yeah. Thank you, Scott. And yeah, I mean, I also just like I look at the ticking clock that is the self-sustainability of Decentraland. That I mean, it's not just about a game experience becoming self-sustainable. It's more like the whole thing needs to be revenue creating at a certain point if we're going to continue to have something that looks like what we have today. And if we don't do that, then maybe we still have this, but it might just look a whole lot different. And so, like, looking at even, I mean, I think we haven't even talked about the repercussions of what just happened this week of having now you can pay your curation fees with fiat. Like, break that down just for a second. You can use fiat to generate crypto revenue. Like, that means the fiat isn't going through your Coinbase account to your MetaMask and getting extracted back to Coinbase and back to your bank account. That's huge. That is absolutely
Is
huge
is
right
that
there.
though, is Canessa, is that the actual the route? Does it go directly to credit card, or is it through Transact, which you buy crypto and then that gets applied to it? Is it
I haven't tried it. The way that it sounds, like you can buy it through your credit card, and there's probably the behind the scenes thing. But it sounds to me like you would use your credit card right through there. I should try it.
Yeah,
But if that's the
I'm just wondering, because when they first had the purchase wearables and emotes through fiat, I tried that out, and what it was MoonPay or Transact or any of those other services. So it's like you're using their verification, their credit card verification, but it's actually purchasing crypto, and then the transaction on the Decentraland side um, was handled through crypto, but you purchase the crypto with your credit card through one of those third party services. So if it's straight up credit card, that would be a new thing. And that's why I asked. So we'll check it out.
Yeah, I doubt that it would just be through the credit card. Like there has to be some sort of layer of KYC, just legally standing.
So then, yeah, so that brings up an interesting point for people who remain anonymous and publish wearables then with Mariana, like tax accounting of NFTs purchased. Would you have to also account curation fees purchased?
I mean, yeah.
In a perfect world, that's a deductible.
I need an emoji with a sweat sweat forehead here. Oh my gosh, I'm just like thinking of the complexity. Mariana, you're like light years ahead of everybody if you choose to go into like crypto tax accounting.
I try it every single day with my family. But yeah, yeah, I need to put like a little guide together for all the Decentraland transactions that are taxable. Because even like DAO income is ordinary income. Like even if you never like cash that out, it's still technically income. And then it's a gain when you do cash it out. So there's that, and then I guess in a sense, wearable creation fee could be like if you have like a business, you could technically layer it in as like an expense, but then you still have to, yeah, keep track of the crypto transaction and the basis on that. So there's a lot of like tax basis people need to understand about their wearables, and yeah, like wearables are technically, yeah, whatever basis you buy it at until you sell it. But if you're like a wearable creator, like that's ordinary income. Like if you're making $500 in wearables, like you should claim that as income, even if you, yeah, let it continue to like flow through the ecosystem. So I've learned a lot over the last year and a half actually with all this, but yeah, no.
So would that be the money when you like if I made $400 in wearables this week, but I don't cash out my mana until a year from now when mana's $10? Do I what did I make $400 or did I make?
Yes, because I actually like took like an IRS webinar on this. Like I thought it wasn't until you cash it out, but technically it should be as like ordinary income because it's just other income that you're making. But to your point, like I thought the same thing. Like okay, well I'm not gonna cash this out anytime soon. So like you would like as a business person, like that's why like the wording is so like it's so arbitrary too. I don't know. Like if you're a wearable creator, like technically that's like a Schedule C or like a. But then there's also like hobby like making wearables as a hobby is different than it being like a business. And then you have that layer, but technically it should be ordinary income even if it's hobby or business, and then you realize the gain of that mana or whatever you transfer it to later on your Schedule D. So there's like two layers of it, and it's kind of yeah, each situation is different, but I think we do need to start considering this. And my taxes this year was so interesting for that aspect because of selling wearables and then transferring them to other currency, and yeah, that was just a nightmare. Let's just say that. But yeah, ordinary income is, yeah, I feel like many people don't understand that concept that DAO income is ordinary income whether you cashed it out or not or gained any realization on it. Sorry, capital gains or loss.
And now Fancy and I will just go hide under a rock for the next 5 years.
Just don't sell your wearables. Just keep accumulating them.
That's okay. Well, you guys heard it. You guys heard that right there. That's what I've been waiting 2 years in this space is for somebody to validate. Don't sell.
No,
just
it could be
keep
a charity.
buying and
You
hoarding.
can donate your wearables too. It's a charity expense. Or as a gift. you could exclude $17,000 of gifts off your, or at least that's the 2023's threshold. But yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't even. Oh, my brain is melting.
Well, I have to jump off. Got to start driving to Columbus. But it was a pleasure. I'll be in the listeners while I'm getting ready. But pleasure to be up here and catch up with you guys.
Thank you, Mariana. Even if you just talk a little bit about the financial side, I feel like it's so valuable. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us.
Yeah.
And drive safe.
Thank you. Yeah, depending on how long the space goes, it might be my music to the road trip.
How many hours? If you don't have to
2
say
hours. It's just 2 hours. But to your point with the eclipse highway traffic, like I'm not sure what to expect. So yeah.
Yeah, I would expect insanity.
Yeah.
But
yeah, exactly. But
yeah. Well, be safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Share.
All right, guys. I'm gonna drop down to listener.
Thank you. All right. Well. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say bye, Mariana. And I was gonna also jump in and give Rustan a big shout out. And also remind anyone that if you attended Rustan's Hyperfi event with Retro Doge NFT project, you may want to check your wallet on Base Network. You might have some valuable goodies in there. Thank you, Rustan. Love you. You helped me secure another month of rent. Love you. Rustan parties over here bringing actual value. Like, woo.
Oh my gosh, nice.
Yep. And yeah, so what were you gonna mention before I like rudely jumped in and was all like shilling Rustan?
No, I was just gonna say, if it's a quieter Saturday, we can wrap it up and move along in our journeys. Other people might be driving to the eclipse. We don't know, or continue as planned.
Is that today?
No, I
The
think it's
eclipse?
tomorrow. But I think people, yeah, I don't know. Mariana's like driving to get to where she needs to see it.
What? What? And I'm here stuck in Florida. Tell me, will the eclipse be visible from America's dick?
I don't know. And Mariana, is it tomorrow or Monday? I honestly didn't know. Like when I realized I couldn't get to it, I just like rage blocked any like it doesn't exist for me anymore.
I'm back. I'm just whatever, do my makeup. Anyways, the eclipse is not today. It's on Monday. I'm just being my photography self, and I want to go see cherry blossoms and eat good food in Columbus. but everyone is flying from all over the country this weekend into either Columbus Airport or Cleveland Airport or Buffalo, and then to be prepared to see it on Monday. But yeah, I'm just doing funny girl stuff, taking photos in front of cherry blossoms.
Oh my gosh. And can you get some pictures of your drink and what you ordered for lunch, breakfast, and dinner? Because that is also
Yeah. I'm going to like
food
really
pics.
yummy like Lebanese place or like Mediterranean. Oh, I'm so excited for some good hummus tonight. But
Yum.
yes. But yeah, no, there's no eclipse today.
Dang. Well, Mariana, I hope on Monday you point your camera at the eclipse and manage to get some good shots.
I will record all 3 minutes and 14 seconds of it for you, Simple.
Yes, and also make sure your phone has glasses too. Don't want your phone to go blind
Good
either.
point. That would actually that would have been a really good like attachment to make for your phone. Like anyone who didn't think of that, like that would have been like a good capitalization opportunity. Get your solar
The-
eclipse glasses for your iPhone lens.
we could still do it under we can brand it under Decentraland.
Ooh, Decentraland
Nah,
solar glasses. Yeah, I'll
the
have to look into
photographer
the
community.
technology of that. Like, can we point our phone to the sun, or will that cause some sort of, I don't know, electronical overload?
I looked into that since phones came out, and I don't know. Maybe that's why the space is rugging. Maybe I took too many
Oh,
pictures in the sun.
maybe the solar eclipse is starting to affect the, I don't even know, transmitter field tower things.
I can tell all of our blood sugars are low right now.
Yeah, I'm no
Uh,
computer or electronical engineer person.
but okay, so yes, thank you, Mariana, for popping back up and letting us know. Monday eclipse, yes. And then to Canessa's point, yeah, I'm totally down to start winding down if no one else has any more topics to cover for today. What is your favorite color, Canessa?
Orange, like the sunset.
Orange? Is it because donuts are orange? Are there orange donuts?
I don't know,
No.
but like if they would have had orange, like if we could have had hair colors when I started DCL, I would have had orange hair instead of pink because I like orange.
I love purple. I'm still here.
I love purple.
Canessa, I just bought this really cute orange rain jacket the other day. It's such a vibe. I'll have to send you a photo.
Oh, I bet it is. It's a powerful color. It's kind of like hot pink. Like if you can wear orange in public, you are a different kind of person.
That's me.
You're a different kind of person.
Just stands out like in the photo, like when you're like, especially like in the mountains or whatever. Like I love when I see like travel hiker influencers on Instagram and they are like in front of this really beautiful valley or whatever, but then they have like this sick ass looking like bright color jacket to kind of somewhat steer away from the photo. Such a vibe. Such a vibe.
Oh my gosh, are they part of the Puffy gang? Because like so I live in a mountain town, and so like you literally everybody is wearing a Puffy like $400 jacket, like a a down puffy jacket with like bright urban colors, and it's like, oh my gosh, you have to have that or you don't fit in. And so generally I'm like, fuck that, I don't fit in, like I can't stand it. But yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you mean. Like maybe like a beautiful like offset like lemon yellow, or
Yeah.
maybe like a mustard yellow, or kind of like
I know. But yeah, I just want something that like pops out.
yeah.
But that's its
Yeah.
purpose too, like I don't want rain on me on my walks in the rain, because that's crazy person who takes walks in the rain. And drag my sister
I
and
bet you take.
friends too.
I bet. Well, and I bet you have good pictures to show it off.
I try here and there. But yeah.
And I would ask Sin if his favorite color is purple too, but I think we already know that it is.
Wahaha.
It better be.
My favorite song is Everything is Purple. Talks about purple weed in a blunt, and he's sipping on some purple drink. Um, uh, yeah, and also back to the orange topic. If you're a rapper and you can rhyme orange, you pretty much rank above like all the other rappers.
Are you talking about a 4-inch orange door hinge that goes to my bunker?
I'm I'm pouring porridge for I don't know. I can't rhyme. I can't rhyme. I'm not Eminem.
I would always weaponize the 4-inch orange door hinge with my high schoolers when they told me that they didn't have to do their English assignment because they're going to be rappers and millionaires by the time they're 22. Then I was like, all right, rhyme something with the color orange. And nope, they couldn't do it. So I was like, get your work out.
None of them have hit famous rapper status yet.
Nope. Sadly, I think that they do have like Band Lab and Auto Tune. Sorry, we used to make so much fun of them because like my paraeducator, you know, like he let's just say he grew up in like inner city Lakewood, Tacoma, which is like the worst part of Seattle. Like I want yeah, like he's got the street cred, and he's got facial tattoos and stuff, and every like tattooed everywhere. So you got these like punk 15, 16-year-old boys telling you that they don't have to do their work because they're going to be rappers. And you're like, bro, like, okay, you know, spit something out. And they couldn't. I guess I wasn't a good enough teacher because I couldn't teach them how to be a rapper either.
Well, I mean, it takes great dedication in reading a dictionary. Ugh. Have any of you ever sat down and read a dictionary?
Yes, I have. I actually got these kids a rhyming thesaurus. So you look up your word and it's got everything that rhymes with it. I'm like, here, bro. I'm like,
Damn, you even set them up to become rappers.
I tried.
All right. Well, I mean, on that note, I guess good time to start winding down. What do you think, Vanessa?
Yeah, I think so. If anybody has anything they want to discuss, last call, I guess. But otherwise, I guess we're good. We have another week to live and thrive in DCL and everywhere else.
You're telling me that I have to listen to my music on a road trip now.
What music do you have on your playlist?
Ooh, I'm like a huge trance progressive music person, and then I'll have like my Russian and Ukrainian music come on here and there. But there's like I posted it on my Instagram story. But there's like this new album by Anima, and it's just the most beautiful trance ever. But yeah, my playlist is like kind of all over the board. But I would say like when I'm like with my friends, like I think I have the best the best like road trip playlist. Like I'm like DJ Mariana on the road. So yeah, keep the vibes up.
Oh my gosh, DJ Mariana on the road. That can be the name of your first hit single.
On the road.
On the road, yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, there's been a few new songs that came out recently. That I hear on TikTok, I guess. So there's this one song. I'll just give you guys one sneak peek into a song that you guys should check out. It's called like Tarantella, which is like a remake. It's like a remake of a old traditional Italian song, but this like girl just like her vocals for it is so beautiful. So it's called like Tarantella. And she on TikTok like originally just recorded the audio, and then on her like little comment she's like, could someone add a like a beat to it, and then like a few producers responded back with a remix, and like now it's like blowing up all over TikTok, and I just love it. And now it's on one of her versions is on Apple Music, and it's been on repeat like a lot, but so that will pop up on my playlist. But collaboration, start with the vocals, and then someone else takes it with inspiration and makes the next top hit for the TikTokers. But yeah.
Oh my god, I love it.
So I guess I'll listen to that instead of your guys' voice.
I mean, we could sing, we could sing. We could but it'll usually probably end up the same way, like, stop singing.
Yeah, no, I'm not a singer. Funny enough, I think I sing better in Ukrainian than in English.
Oh my
But
gosh.
that's
Would
another
you say
day. That's another
something?
day. Another year. Maybe another decade. But
Just a little something, just to leave us
all right,
be.
I
Just a little.
gotta go.
Oh
That-
no!
I'll have to like keep that as like a suspenseful reveal. Ooh, maybe in the DJ in the DJ.
Mariana, CBD 2-year birthday's coming up. You want to perform?
You know what? Hit me up for the 5-year.
The 5-year, okay, bet. But I have you on schedule. This is a very strict schedule, so like we can't have any no shows. So like if I put you on, like I need at least a 5-year
Okay.
notice that you won't make it.
Sounds good. I'll have my people talk to your people.
Yeah. Have your people talk to my people, and then my people will talk to Kness's people, and then Kness's people can talk to your
Perfect.
people.
I will look forward for that email.
On that note, Mariana, were those your final thoughts, or do you want to leave us with something profound and deep for us to think about for the rest of the day?
No, let's not think today.
Not today,
Have
not today.
fun. Enjoy life. Enjoy Decentraland. Enjoy the metaverse.
Don't stare at the
Don't
sun.
stare at the sun too long. But thank you all. It was fun. Fun morning. Woke me up for my road trip.
Thank you,
Giraffe is
Mariana.
Hey, watch out for the popo.
good point.
Watch out for the popo. Proteus, any final thoughts?
Trying to collect them. Give me a moment. I mean, all right. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I've been thinking a lot about. Yeah, I don't know. Really, it's I have too much to say in just 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Still.
I understand. No pressure, my friend. Let's see, and since Canessa is our host today, I guess my final thoughts is just be kind to each other. Let's keep building. Don't stare at the sun too long as a double for Mariana. Mariana's warning. Check out Rustan's YouTube. And yeah, thank you all for hanging out with us today. Bitcoin, good to see you, Master Gallup, Jim, Pixelia, Hugh Pal, Zom, KJ, One Exist, Toxic Waifu, Brittany, Old Guy, Mazafaka. Good to see you. Wait, did I'm sorry, I called you by your full name, Maza. Take care, everyone, and yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Kanessa, to
I have,
close this out.
I guess, finally.
Thank you. All right. Yep. About the same. Hope you all have a good week, and we will see you next time. Take care.
Right.
Bye-bye.
So, the